Amber Riswin was a 20-year-old woman at the time of the incident, which occurred during what seemed like an ordinary afternoon. However, the day took a dark turn when Amber found herself involved in a violent altercation with her boyfriend, Blake. The conflict escalated to a level that demanded police intervention and brought Amber into the interrogation room to face serious questions. Amber's narrative is complicated. She claims her actions were in self-defense, reacting to threats posed by Blake. This claim sets the stage for the interrogation, as the detectives seek to establish not just what happened, but why it happened. The line between victim and perpetrator is blurred, and Amber's story is scrutinized for inconsistencies, motivations, and emotional truth. The interrogation. Psychology in action. One of the most fascinating aspects of this episode is the interrogation itself, which serves as a psychological battleground. The detectives employ a variety of techniques to encourage Amber to open up and reveal the truth, or at least the full extent of what happened. These techniques include empathy. The investigators adopt a sympathetic tone to build rapport with Amber, making her feel safe enough to share her side of the story. Confrontation. When discrepancies or hesitations arise, detectives challenge Amber, forcing her to clarify or contradict earlier statements. Silence. Strategic pauses in questioning create uncomfortable moments that encourage suspects to fill the void, sometimes revealing more than they intended. Throughout the interrogation, Amber's verbal and nonverbal cues are closely monitored. Her tone, pauses, eye contact, and body language provide clues about her emotional state and whether she is being truthful or evasive. At times, Amber appears nervous and hesitant. At other moments, her responses suggest calculation and control. Parallel cases. A broader context. The episode does not focus solely on Amber's case. Instead, it incorporates excerpts from other cases to illustrate common themes in criminal psychology and interrogation tactics. These include Ashley Benefield, a former ballerina involved in a deadly shooting, claiming self-defense in a tumultuous relationship. Aaron Moffat, a case involving the murder of a family member, highlighting complex family dynamics and conflicting testimonies. Katrina Ben, charged with the murder of her boyfriend. Her interrogation reveals the thin line between confession and manipulation. Devin Schreiner, a suspect with a flawed alibi, showing how small inconsistencies can unravel an entire defense. By weaving these cases together, the episode emphasizes how individuals under intense stress respond differently and how their psychological profiles affect both their behavior and the course of investigations. Themes explored. Several central themes emerge from Amber's afternoon. The ambiguity of truth. The episode challenges viewers to consider that truth is not always black and white. Amber's claim of self-defense complicates the narrative, making it difficult to categorize her as purely a victim or a perpetrator. Fear versus performance. A key question is whether Amber is genuinely fearful or performing fear as a tactic. The detective's job is to discern authentic emotion from calculated behavior. Power dynamics. The interrogation reveals the power struggle between suspect and interrogator. Amber tries to maintain control over her story, while detectives seek to unsettle her to reveal inconsistencies. Language and silence. The interplay between what is said and unsaid carries heavy weight. Moments of silence can be as revealing as verbal responses. Psychological pressure. The episode illustrates how sustained questioning can lead to fatigue, emotional breakdowns, or confessions, whether truthful or coerced. Amber's story and character analysis. Amber's narrative is layered. Initially, she portrays herself as a frightened young woman caught in a dangerous situation. She recounts how Blake's aggression provoked her defensive response. However, as the interrogation deepens, cracks begin to show. Her memory of events sometimes appears selective, and her emotional responses seem rehearsed. Her demeanor fluctuates, from vulnerability to defensiveness to occasional frustration. This fluctuation is typical in high-pressure interrogations, reflecting genuine stress and strategic manipulation. Amber also exhibits moments of silence and evasiveness,